remember before is, okay, when we were given ln x to integrate, or sorry, to differentiate. When you differentiate ln x, you get 1 over x. Or you would have remembered as 1 divided by the box multiplied by the differentiate what's in the box. So for example, I would have gave you something like ln x squared plus 5, okay? And when we differentiate that, we would have got 1 over x squared plus 5, and then what would come in the other box? 2x, and then your answer would be 2x over x squared plus 5. But everybody remembers that. Now, what's going to happen is, we're not going to have anything too complicated in this one. So, for example, okay, what we're going to get is, when you have 1 over x, when you integrate that, you always get ln x. So let's look at the first example. The first example is, find the integral of x plus 2 over x dx. So what we're going to do is, we're going to separate it into first of all, we're going to separate it into 2 separate fractions. Is everybody happy with that? 2 separate fractions? Then once we do this, what we're going to get is integral of 1 plus 2 over x. Now, dx. Okay? Now, what can happen is, I can do this 2 ways. If I see this 2 here, I'm going to turn that into a 1, and outside it I'm going to say multiply by 2. Can anybody tell me why I might have done that? Just so it mimics my formula exactly. Okay? So now when we integrate, what we're going to get is x plus 2 ln x, and there's no limits in this one, so what does that mean?
Plus c.
Plus c. And now see the way it's not so much x as it is the modulus of x. So if it's a minus value, it will be treated as a plus, but that won't really make a difference at this point in time, alright? So just put the modulus signs in anyway. Alright guys, let's try another one. I'll give you another one of a similar type.
You got the final.
Sorry, yeah. I'll give you another one. I'm going to manipulate the one we have here into yeah, I think I have a good one for you. Okay. Alright guys, and here's a good one. Okay, let's try this one. What's step 1? Same as the example we just did. X over
2x plus 1 over 2x.
1 over 2x, okay? Now, x over 2x becomes a half. What should I do here? It's not 1 over x, is it? So I need to isolate the 1 over x part. A half 1 over x dx, okay? And then when we integrate this, we're going to get, what's a half? When you integrate a half, what you get? Or when you integrate any number, what you get?
0.
Just put an x beside it. Okay, and this is going to be a half. And what's this going to be here? ln x. And then you have your plus c at the end. Okay, so that's the second example done. Now, what we're going to have next, excuse me. Now, what we're going to do next, guys, is we're going to try this one here, okay? One with limits in it. So you can see that this one here is the integral of it. It can be rewritten as 5, 1. See the way that the x is on top? It's the same thing as 1 over 2x dx. Now, it's going to be very similar to the one we just did. Also, what we're going to do is separate out the half and the 1 over x. So we're going to change that into a half times 1 over x from 5 to 1 dx, okay? Now, going to integrate this. Now, what happens when we integrate this? Half x. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's different from the last one. And let me tell you why it's different from the last one. The last one was a half plus 1 over x. So, technically speaking, alright, what I'd like you to remember is this. This number is being multiplied by this one here. And remember the rules. When you have a number that is attached to the differentiable bit, what it does is it just goes straight down. So it's treated completely differently from a half plus 1 over x, which the answer would be a half x plus ln x. That's because they're being added together. In this case, they're being multiplied, so that's not the correct answer. the correct answer would be a half ln x. And it goes from 5 to 1. Now, let's see if anybody can remember your rules, okay? It's going to be a half ln 5 minus a half ln 1. What is ln 1? 0. So the answer is going to be a half ln 5. Okay, so they only had 2 of these questions, 2 of these examples in the full thing, okay? So what I might do is I might make another question, just something maybe just that little bit harder, okay? New limits, so I'll make a second question for you. So we'll go from 4 to 2, and we will, let me see, I'll put 3x on the bottom. Okay, this is a difficult one. Okay, quite a difficult one. Alright guys, suggestions please on how to do this. Now, we got to remember it's in context of doing the ln. So what have we done the last 2 times? We break the brackets, we break the denominator into 2 different parts. So basically what we get here guys is 3x squared all over 3x plus 2 over 3x dx. Now guys, what do we do next? We're not integrating just yet. I need to do, I cancel the 3's, I can cancel the x's, just leave an x left over. Okay?
Wait, why can you do that again?
3 divided by 3, 1. And then x squared is x by x divided by x, cancels, leave an x. Just standard algebra. Okay? I haven't integrated yet. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to separate out into 2 over 3 times 1 over x. Now, once again, this 2 over 3, it's in multiplication mode, not addition or subtraction mode, which means that the 2 over 3, one thing I know straight away, when it's in multiplication mode of the integratable part, it's going to be 2 over, just straight in as 2 over 3. Now, this one here, remember we got to add on the power and then half it. Whatever the new power is, divided by the new power. Okay? And then what do we say this part is here? ln x. Okay? Now, what we can see is this one isn't as easy as the last one. We got a couple of different numbers at play here. Okay, so let's examine these numbers. So it's going to be a half 4 squared plus 2 over 3 ln 4. Okay, then it's going to be minus a half, brackets, a half 2 squared plus 2 over 3 ln 2. Now guys, look at this very, very carefully please. Okay, this here is what guys? This part here? 8 plus 2 over 3 ln 4. Just keep 2 over 3 ln 4 exactly as it is for the time being. This one's going to be minus 2. And this is going to be minus 2 over 3 ln 2. Now, 8 minus 2? 6. I'm going to factorize 2 over 3. 2 over 3 bracket ln 4. What is ln 4 minus ln 2? Does anyone remember your log rules? It's going to be ln 4 divided by ln 2. When it's subtraction of logs, it's division. When it's addition of logs, it's multiplication. So you're going to get ln 2. You can leave the answer like that if you want. Okay, there's no problem with that whatsoever. Okay? Alright guys, so that's ln's. I gave you maybe extra examples there. Okay, so you can have a look at them. Now we have a context question. Here it is here. Okay. Okay guys, look at this one here. Diagram shows part of the graph of the function f of x equals x squared minus 1 all over x. Calculate the area of the shaded region and write your answer in the form a minus ln b. So guys, look at this, okay? Excuse me. A minus ln b. So, what did we do last time we had this? What did we do with the fraction part? Okay. X minus 1 over x. Okay. Now, what it says is calculate it. This is the shape of the function. If I was to put that in my calculator and do the table function, I'd end up drawing this out. Now, when you're looking for the area, what do you do when you're looking for the area of a function? The whole name of the chapter. Integrate. Okay, so you're going to integrate x minus 1 over x, and we're pinning it against the x-axis in between what 2 points? 4 and 2. Now, the question was nice enough to give us the description of how the answer should look, so we should be okay here. So, how do you integrate x?
X squared over 2.
Yeah, or a half x squared. Yeah, perfect. And then how do you integrate minus 1 over x? Minus ln x, right? Just the positive value always. You can't have a negative log anyway, so that's why it's always the positive value. Okay, 4 to 2. Put it in, and what you're going to get is a half 4 squared minus ln 4. Okay, minus bracket a half 2 squared minus ln 2. Close bracket. Now that's once again, it's nearly exactly the same as the last question I had, isn't it? 8 minus ln 4 minus 2 minus ln 2. Now, big difference here, guys. So, it's going to be 8 minus 2, which is 6. And then it's going to be plus ln 2 minus ln 4. What is ln 2 minus ln 4? Can anybody tell me? It's going to be ln 2 over ln a half. Okay. Alright, guys.